1530@hotmail.com.
You're live.
Thank you for listening.
Perfect.
Your hometown radio station is AM 1530, WVBF, and 99.7 FM. The opinions expressed on this program are those of the host and do not express the views of WVBF ownership or Hometown Talk Radio. Content aired on all programs are those of the host and their guests.
Okay. 10. There you go.
It's time for Hometown Talk on AM
Address.
1530.
Yeah, okay. PAL. Okay. ABG. All right.
Radio station. Our phone lines are now open at 508-822-1106.
That looks good. All right. I would like to just go over some of the stuff. And good morning and welcome to Hometown Talk. It is the Friday edition of Hometown Talk. I am Joey Driscoll. Today is December 5th, 2025. It is, again, the first Friday of the month of December. That means in the second hour, we will have Eric Dunn joining us, talking all things sports in the second hour today. That's coming up at 10 o'clock this morning, so stay tuned for that. Here in this hour, open phone lines, 508-822-1106 is the number to call if you want to call in, talk about what was on your mind this morning. Here, as we enter the month of December, finish up the first week of December here. And it is, again, Friday. It's the first Friday of the month, and kind of winding down on our Fridays for the year 2025 as well. We're approaching 2026. But we have a lot to get to today. During the 10 o'clock hour, with one of our sports items, we will be getting to the MIAA Super Bowls, talking about two games from yesterday, which saw Cohasset and Fairhaven pick up victories in their divisions and Super Bowls. We'll talk about today's Super Bowls with Eric, which is going to be Foxborough and Shawsheen Valley Tech, and North Attleboro and King Philip. The big matchup here in this area, in my opinion, is that one. North Attleboro versus King Philip. A lot of people here in this area will have their eyes on that Super Bowl. That's at 7:45 p.m. tonight. And then Saturday is the main event. 4 Super Bowls take place. We'll be talking to Eric about those as well. So stay tuned for that. We are going to focus here on Lights On Festival here in this first segment, and also the Christmas parade as well. First off, let's start off with Lights On Festival. First with the ornaments. That is $20, the ornaments are, for sale at the mayor's office, 15 Summer Street, and Parks and Recreation, which is at 170 Harris Street. There's also going to be Christmas patches for the Taunton Police as well available. $10 for sale at the mayor's office, 15 Summer Street, and Police Station, which is at 23 Summer Street. There will be a 10th annual Christmas basket raffle. Come and see the amazing raffle baskets crafted and donated by city employees on display, and tickets for sale on the second floor of the City Hall, the front entrance. Chances are 10 tickets, $10, 24 tickets, $20. Winners will be drawn prior to the City Council meeting on Tuesday, this upcoming Tuesday. The 6th annual gingerbread decorating contest will start on Monday, and it closes on Friday, December the 19th. Submit photos to gingerbread at taunton-ma.gov. No professional entrances. Photo entries will be shared on the City of Taunton Facebook page. Winners, adult and child categories, that will be announced on Tuesday, the 23rd of December. Downtown businesses in Taunton will decorate their windows for a contest, their exteriors and their interiors. That kicks off, has already kicked off this past Saturday, so it's underway. Visit downtown businesses in person and vote for the most. Festive decorations. Participating businesses will display a QR code on their windows to take visitors to the voting site. And 2025 Lights On Festival. That's going to be taking place on Saturday, December the 6th. There's a ton of sites. There's about 40 sites. We're not going to go through those today. If you listened to Ron's program yesterday, the Thursday edition of Hometown Talk, Ron went through all of them. He went through all of them. There are a ton of different sites in and around Taunton, in and around the city, to go and check out different kinds of holiday events as well. 40 sites. Wow. But Ron went through those yesterday. The Lights On sponsors, those include Morton Hospital, Brown University Health, TFED, which is the Taunton Federal Credit Union, and Christ Community Church and the Taunton Development Corporation. So the Lights On Festival will be on Saturday, tomorrow. It'll take place from 3 to 8. Opening ceremony is 4:30 p.m. at Taunton Green. There'll be live entertainment, kids' activities. There'll also be a laser light show as well, which we've talked about many times here as well. And then after that, some information on the parking and shuttle information for the festival. Roads into the city center. That will close at 2 p.m. tomorrow. Festival runs from 3 to 8. Please plan your arrival accordingly if you're taking a car in. Parking. Visitors may park in the following lots: Court Street, Leonard Street parking deck behind Pacheco's Jewelry, Trescott Street, Gilligan's Court behind El Mariachi, and the lot behind the police station and City Hall. There will be a free shuttle service. Scatro will provide free shuttles to and from Bristol Community College parking lot, formerly Coyle Cassidy High School, which is at 2 Hamilton Street in Taunton. Shuttles will run from 3 p.m. to 8:30 p.m., dropping off at Bristol County Savings Bank on Broadway, just steps from the event. Important reminders, again, streets will close at 2 p.m. Vehicles parked in no parking zones, those will be towed. So there you go there. So we have that. So we talked all about that. The Christmas parade, that is at noon tomorrow, Sunday, December the 7th. Starts on Broadway, ends at Taunton City Hall, and the roads will be closed along the route there as well for that as well. I don't have a exact time as to when the roads will close along the route there. If anyone has that information, give us a call, 508-822-1106. 508-822-1106 is the number if you have that information about the parade and the road closures that could be happening there for Sunday. Okay. Also, a couple of other things here. We mentioned that there will be a laser light show returning for Taunton for the holidays. Pinnacle Lasers will again light up the sky during this year's Lights On Festival. Liberty Union Park, 4 to 8 p.m. Get ready for a dazzling, high-energy laser holiday spectacle. And again, talks about the sponsors, again, Morton Hospital and TFED, the Taunton Federal Credit Union. And finally, the food trucks for the event as well, which there are going to be many. We're going to go over those here. For the lineup, it's going to be Turner's Brothers, George's Wiener Wagon, Fat Johnny's Flavor Food Truck, Hetty's Sweets and Savory, Deeg's Local Diner, Grammy's Homemade Malasadas, Burrito Bowl, Desserts by Maya, King David Lodge Fried Oreos, Songbird Sourdough, Noonan Concessions, Gino's Restaurant, Food Berry Sweets, Gonzalez's Food Truck, and Sweet Needs. Event sponsors, again, mentioned several times already, Morton Hospital and TFED. So we have that as well. So that is probably not even scratching the surface as to how much will be going on in Taunton this weekend, starting tomorrow and going through Sunday as well. For the parade, something I want to mention as well. Again, that begins at Broadway, ends Broadway and Washington Street, ends at the City Hall in Taunton. Also, something to mention with the parade as well. Non-perishable and canned food items will be collected to donate to local food pantries. Please look for the collection trucks that will come along the parade route right before the parade kicks off at noon. Support the Christmas parade by purchasing raffle tickets at City Hall. The amazing baskets are on display, and tickets are available on the second floor front entrance at City Hall. Winners will be announced at the next City Council meeting Tuesday, December the 9th. So there you go. Those are all of the big events happening this weekend in Taunton. It's 9:21. We're going to take our first commercial break right now. When we come back, we're going to focus our Christmas talk on Middleborough next. So open phone lines, 508-822-1106 is the number if you want to call in and talk about what is on your mind this morning. But let's take our first commercial break. We'll be right back. Okay, here we go.
Taunton Federal Credit Union's newest full-service location, Willow Street, Winthrop Street.
All right, good. Sounds like we're live still. Okay, good. Do all the other ones in the area. That's tomorrow. Rave. Random. Middleborough.
School in Bristol County, Plymouth County, and Barnstable County in Massachusetts, Bristol, Kent, Newport, and Providence counties in Rhode Island, and the Rhode Island communities of Charlestown, Exeter, Hopkinton, Narragansett, New Shore, Kingstown, Richmond, and South Kingstown. They want to make your banking experience as easy as possible by giving you convenient access to manage your accounts on the go, all the while providing you with the latest and greatest in banking technology. Stop in today and see what Taunton Federal Credit Union can offer you.
Okay. All right, 066. Perfect.
You are 75 years or older and suffer from food insecurity, the St. Vincent de Paul Food Pantry is here to help. We serve the families of Middleborough, Lakeville, Carverdale, and Rochester. Please leave a message on our pantry
Random.
947
Lakeville.
1717. A volunteer will call back to get us some needed information. Change a desired list of groceries. These will be collected for you and delivered to your home free of charge. May the good Lord bless you and keep you safe.
And we're back. They turned down the bumper music. There we go. 9:24 a.m. here. Got a couple of minutes left here in the first half of the first hour. Coming up, again, the 10 o'clock hour, we'll have Eric Dunn joining us to talk all things sports with us during the 10 o'clock hour. We'll focus on the MIAA Super Bowls, probably to start off with. We'll talk about that. I think we'll briefly mention Middleborough versus Carver Thanksgiving as well. I know I was talking to him about that the other day. That we were going to try to talk about that a little bit as well. Surprising results there for Middleborough and Carver. We'll talk about that in the second hour. We'll focus on Celtics, Bruins, Patriots, of course, and probably finish with WWE as well as they approach the end of 2025 as well. There's only really one major event left. There's no major events when it comes to pay-per-views left for the year for WWE, the main roster at least. There is one for NXT. We'll probably briefly talk about that. NXT is like their farm system. You to use a sports term there. Their rookie system, to use another sports term. So we got that, and then of course the Saturday night's main event coming up 1 week from tomorrow in DC. That's John Cena's last match. We'll talk about that as well, and probably maybe a preview towards Royal Rumble, which will be, I believe, the 30th of January in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. I believe it is this year. So that's all that we're going to be talking about in the hour. All those sporting events going on with the Celtics, Bruins, Patriots, WWE, and here locally with football. So stay tuned for that in the second hour, again with me and Eric. That's coming up today. Next week, we should be having on Kelly McDonald Weeks of the Soul Homestead. We'll be talking with her about their big Christmas event coming up next week as well. I believe actually the 12th and the 13th. That's when that's going to be coming up. We'll talk more about that next week. And some other things going on with Soul Homestead as well. Maybe a quick preview into like the early part of 2026 if there's any events scheduled for Soul Homestead, and maybe a look back in 2025. So that's what's coming up for this show over the next over this week and over today and next week as well. And we'll always take your phone calls as well. 508-822-1106 is the number to call if you want to call and talk about what is on your mind this morning. But let's focus in on Middleborough and some of their Christmas events. We have a couple of things here to talk about. The Middleborough Tourism Committee invites the community to gather for the annual tree lighting celebration, which is going to be tomorrow from 3:30 to 5 p.m. at the Middleborough Town Hall, 10 Nickerson Avenue. This festive, family-friendly event is free and open to all. Visitors can enjoy live music, meet Santa, and participate in exciting door prizes and free giveaways. And that includes a bike giveaway for lucky winners. The highlight of the evening, the tree lighting ceremony, takes place at 5 sharp, illuminating the historic town hall and holiday cheer. Free parking, that'll be available at the town hall for all attendees. Come celebrate the season with your friends and neighbors and make lasting memories in the heart of Middleborough. For more information, you can visit discovermiddleborough.com or follow Middleborough Today on Facebook. And also in Middleborough, they're selling custom 500-piece jigsaw puzzles, showcasing the community just in time for the holidays. The puzzle project was spearheaded by the Planning and Community Development Department. They cost $25 each. Proceeds from the sales that'll directly benefit events and programs planned by the Office of Economic and Community Development. The custom 500-piece jigsaw puzzles depicting the town of Middleborough are on sale at the Planning and Community Development Office, Town Hall Annex, which is located at 20 Center Street, right in downtown Middleborough. Call 508-946-2425. Again, it's 508-946-2425 for more info. There you go. 9:30. Well, let's take our 9:30 news break. We got a couple of more Christmas events that we can mention as well. One in Raynham, and then there's another one that I missed for Taunton that I want to mention as well. I also will switch gears a little bit and talk about some other events as well. Actually, there's a couple of more holiday events to talk about. There's two in Raynham, and then one in Taunton. And then we'll switch gears, talk about some other stuff going on in and around Taunton as well. We'll do, during the second half of the first hour, we'll do a transportation topic as well. So stay tuned for that. And open phone lines, 508-822-1106. Let's take our news break and we'll be right back.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. Amit Thomason. Then a closed-door briefing for members of Congress supplying information about the U.S. military strikes on suspected drug-running boats. Particular attention being paid to one strike in international waters off Venezuela.
Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley told lawmakers there was no kill them all order from Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth as Congress scrutinizes an attack that killed 2 survivors of an initial strike on an alleged drug boat near Venezuela. Arkansas Republican Senator Tom Cotton was asked if there was the kill order.
No, but Admiral Bradley is very clear that he was given no such order.
Delaware Democrat Chris Coons says he came away with a different conclusion than Cotton.
In a second strike, they were killed, and in the third and fourth strike, both of them.
There are mounting questions over whether the strikes may have violated the law. Ed Donahue, Washington.
The military says the latest strike on a suspected drug-running vessel in the Eastern Pacific killed 4 alleged narco-terrorists. Court appearance expected later today for a 30-year-old Virginia man accused of planting 2 pipe bombs, one outside Democratic, the other outside Republican National Committee headquarters in D.C., close to 5 years ago. The U.S. Supreme Court is allowing Texas to use a new Republican-friendly congressional district map.
The divided court paused the lower court's ruling that the map likely discriminates against racial minorities by diluting voting power of Hispanic and Black Texans. That opinion, which replaces a temporary freeze on the ruling issued by Justice Samuel Alito on November 21st, keeps the map in place for the midterm elections as litigation over the boundaries continues. The High Court said the lower court's ruling was improper because it came too close to the election. Bill Alexander, Washington.
On Wall Street, the Dow futures are up 46 points. NASDAQ futures 74 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Everyone is watching major movements ripple through the markets these days, sparked by new policy shifts out of Washington and activity from the Federal Reserve. Americans have faced uncertainty before, and every time we've found our footing again. The real secret to long-term financial peace is simple. Keep your eyes on the horizon and understand the fundamentals that drive real stability. That's exactly why Advantage Gold is inviting you to call 800-741-GOLD right now. We'll send you a free Gold IRA rollover kit, along with a complimentary copy of economist Ken Rogoff's insightful book, Our Dollar, Your Problem. Inside, you'll learn how to defend your retirement savings against inflation, market swings, and reckless fiscal policies, with tangible assets like precious metals that have preserved wealth for centuries. It's no wonder Advantage Gold has been America's #1 gold company for the past decade. Take a smart step toward protecting what you've earned. Call 800-741-GOLD. That's 800-741-4653. Consult your financial advisor before investing. Call 800-741-GOLD.
On a state visit to India, Russia's Vladimir Putin is meeting with India's Narendra Modi.
The 23rd Russia-India summit comes at a pivotal moment as the US pushes for a Ukraine peace deal while seeking global cooperation. It will test New Delhi's efforts to balance relations with Moscow and Washington as the nearly 4-year war in Ukraine grinds on. According to Indian officials involved in preparations for the summit, the agenda includes talks on defense, energy and labor mobility. Putin was received by Modi at the airport in New Delhi on Thursday, who gave the visiting leader a bear hug and a tight handshake with the gusto of an old friend. I'm Charles Pillar.
Russian drones
Okay.
have struck a house in central Ukraine, killing a 12-year-old boy. The attack comes during ongoing
Interesting.
U.S. peace efforts and as long-range Ukrainian strikes reportedly target a Russian port and oil refinery. News and analysis, townhall.com. AI-powered shopping assistants have become a staple in online retail, making shopping easier and somewhat more convenient.
This month, new
I
AI
hate it.
tools have launched just in time for the holiday season. Amazon's Rufus chatbot, Walmart's Sparky, and Target's Holiday Gift Finder are among the latest offerings. These chatbots can simplify finding the perfect gift by allowing
No, it doesn't.
searches. General-purpose AI shopping tools like those from OpenAI and Google can search multiple sites for personalized recommendations. Bob Agnew reporting.
As Iran's currency tumbles in value, partly a result of sanctions against Tehran by the U.S. and others, Iranians who can are stockpiling precious metals as a hedge against inflation. Wealthier investors are also snatching up diamonds and gemstones. Portability is a concern. Memories of past conflicts driving the desire for easily transportable wealth.
All right.
Townhall.com.
Hey, restaurant, when it comes to great food and in-house operations, you got it down to
Okay.
a science. But when it comes to online marketing, ordering, and delivery,
160.
Devour Now has got you covered.
Okay.
Devour Now has 0% commission, no setup costs, and the delivery solution you've been hoping for. Go to GetDevourNow.com to request a demo and to get started today. That's GetDevourNow.com. Commission-free online marketing, ordering,
All
and
right.
delivery.
Anyway.
During the holidays, drunk driving accidents kill more people than any other time of year. Alcohol acts quickly, so even though your cousin Carl might not seem drunk, he could be, or Aunt Annie may seem like she's having a great time, but she shouldn't be driving home. And alcohol doesn't wear off fast. It stays in the body for a long time, even after the party. Forget about Starbucks or Dunkin' Donuts. Coffee doesn't help a drunk person get sober. The only thing that helps is time. So if you really care about your friends and family as much as I care about mine, make sure they have a designated driver or call a taxi. 'Tis the season to feel alive. So please be safe and don't drink and drive. A message from me and all the little elves around.
Okay. Cool. All right. All right. Let's keep it going. And welcome back to Hometown Talk. It is the Friday edition of Hometown Talk. I am Joey Driscoll. Today is the 5th of December, 2025, and it is 9:37 a.m. Open phone lines, 508-822-1106 is the number to call if you want to call in, talk about what's on your mind this morning. And coming up at 10 o'clock, Eric will be joining us, and we'll be talking all things sports. So if you want to tune in to that and call in as well, 508-822-1106 if you have something sports-related you want to talk to us about. That'll be coming up in the second hour. Me and Eric, all things sports in the second hour. So stay tuned with that. All right, continuing a little bit of our look at we got our phone call. Let's say good morning, caller. And how you doing this morning, caller?
Morning, we How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. I thought you guys went off the air or something. That finally fixed.
Yes. So we were off the air for a couple of days, a couple of weeks back. We moved to a new location, and that's why as well. And there was a day or two along there where we had some issues as well. But we're back. Yeah, we're back.
I didn't have the signal for a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we were having some issues there, but I was listening to the station this morning, and everything was coming in clear, which is great. Good. So how are you doing today, caller?
I just I always check in with local news when I'm in my truck, and I didn't have I couldn't get you guys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm still kicking around.
Yeah. So this weekend, really a pretty big weekend here in Taunton. The holiday parade and the Lights On Festival. What are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, no, Taunton's always done a good job. I don't live in Taunton, but my father does. But no,
okay.
They always do a good job.
Yeah. Yes. Taunton does absolutely 100%. I would say I live in Middleborough. I would say Middleborough does a pretty good job as well. They got some good events coming up. They got their Christmas tree.
No, I live in Middleborough.
Lighting.
In Middleborough.
Yeah.
Well, you've been on this planet.
Yeah, their parade was last week, and I heard that was great. So yeah,
my granddaughter was in it. She was in the parade.
Oh wow.
Yeah. She was at the parade. No, I'm glad you guys are back in business because
thank you.
You get local news, but on your station you do get local news.
Yeah.
So, I enjoy listening to the show when I'm in my truck. I check in on the show. You know.
Oh, thank you so much, caller, for giving us a call today.
No, I catch you on Sunday mornings when you're dead.
Yes. Well, this.
You guys haven't been on. You know?
Yeah. This Sunday morning, it's actually just me. Don is away on vacation this weekend. He's in sunny Florida. Will be in sunny Florida later on this afternoon. He just leaving. He's leaving this morning, so I had to drop him off at the train station this morning.
That's Don kid?
Yeah, Don. Yeah, he is. Again, he'll be in Florida this weekend, so it'll just be me.
But does he have a little business called Don Dungeon?
What was that again? Can you repeat that? I couldn't really hear you.
Does he have a little business, Don Dungeon?
Yes, he
sells stuff from Cleano.
Yeah, yes. He's got a removal business. Yes, he does.
Yeah, good.
Yes.
Right, Joe. You have a good day, man.
Thank you so much.
All right, bye.
Yep. Bye. All right, that was a caller giving us a call. So yeah, yes. Again, Sunday morning. It'll just be me on Middleborough in Review this weekend because again, Don will be away. He's on vacation for the weekend. He's in Florida, or he will be in Florida later on this afternoon. Getting a plane later on today. So yeah, he'll be in Florida this weekend. I hear from him. Maybe he'll call in. I don't know. I'll talk to him later and see if he'll, get up early and maybe call in for a couple of minutes on Sunday. But you might hear from him. But he'll be back live in the studio the following Sunday. So again, it'll just be me on Middleborough in Review. So stay tuned for that on Sunday. So continuing on with some of the events here, some of our Christmas events. We had a couple more to talk about. Focusing on Lakeville now, 28 Precinct Street, the Loon Pond Lodge will be full of festive shopping, food, and music at the All That Glitters Holiday Fair, which begins this evening, 5 to 8 p.m., Saturday, December the 6th, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. Those are the 2 days. Along with handcrafted items, there's going to be a food and live music available. Lakeville resident Blake Gorman will perform Friday evening, and Bella Sarkowski will entertain on Saturday. There will be a free gift wrapping station sponsored by the Real Estate Collaborative. Coming up in Taunton, there will be a Civic Chorus presents a winter concert, Comfort and Joy. That'll be Sunday at 5 p.m., Sunday night at 5 p.m. So after you're done with the parade, go down to the Benjamin A. Friedman Middle School, 500 Norton Avenue in Taunton, to go and watch the Taunton Civic Chorus. Again, that is coming up. Comfort and Joy Winter Concert, led by Chris Hoskins, music director J.J. Ward, and pianist and assistant music director. Tickets $18 for the general public, $15 for students and for seniors. So there you go there. Have that as well. All right, then we have the Holiday Craft Fair from Rave. That'll be tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at La Liberty Elementary School, 777 Pleasant Street in Raynham. 40-plus talented crafters and artisans, handcrafted gifts, baked goodies, hot cocoa, and a delicious luncheon kitchen. And fun holiday events for the kids. Guests can enjoy a festive raffle table, scratch ticket raffles, 50-50 raffle, the Raynham Association of Volunteers for Education, juried craft fair that features a variety of unique handmade crafts, which are perfect for gift giving. Admission will be free to this event. Donations are welcome to support Raynham schools. So there you go. All right, so that is pretty much all the holiday events there. One other thing I want to mention. Well, actually, let's take our last commercial break of the hour, and then we'll be right back. And then we'll do some non-related holiday stuff, and then do the transportation segment as well. And your phone calls, 508-822-1106. We'll be right back. 242. Okay.
Matthew Mission Food Pantry helps people with food insecurities from the hardships of life. In a few short years, they have given more than 4,000 bags of groceries to those in need at the north door of the First Parish Church, 76 Church Green, and are available to anyone, no questions asked. The demand increases every week. Please consider a donation of unexpired, non-perishable food items, grocery store gift cards, or a monetary donation via check to the Matthew Mission Food Pantry, 76 Church Green, Taunton, or by Venmo at Matthew Mission Food Pantry. The Matthew Mission Inc. is a registered 501c3 organization. Thank you.
Don't miss InfoTrack weekends here on WVBF. InfoTrack is a weekly nationally syndicated public affairs radio show that features interviews with experts discussing topics of real interest to you. InfoTrack strives to present impartial, balanced coverage of every story. I'm your host, Chris Whitting, along with a team of talented reporters and legendary announcer, Charlie Van Dyke. InfoTrack, Saturday mornings at 8:05 a.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m. here on WVBF AM 1530 and 99.7 FM, your hometown radio station.
And welcome back to Hometown Talk, the Friday edition of Hometown Talk. 9:49 a.m. If you want to call in, talk about what's on your mind this morning, or if you want to call in during the second hour, talk about a sports-related issue, a sports-related thing that you have on your mind, with me and Eric coming up during the 10 o'clock hour. 508-822-1106. 508-822-1106 is the number to call as well. So we'll have open phone lines throughout the show today. So there you go. All right. A couple of things here, non-related to the holiday. The city of Taunton is making an important traffic safety improvement at the intersection of Highland and Florence Streets. The intersection that will be converted into a four-way stop, all-way stop. That's going to be on Monday, the 15th of December, in order to improve safety for other drivers, pedestrians, and cyclists. A change like this takes some adjustment. To ensure a smooth transition, the city is providing advanced notice so that motorists will be well prepared. And they've done this a couple of times as well this year. Actually, during the fall, they had another four-way stop conversion in another area in town as well earlier on this fall. So they're doing it again here. The Raynham Lions County Breakfast, that is going to be the first Saturday of each month. The first Saturday of this month is tomorrow. So again, tomorrow, 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. And that'll be at the Raynham Lions Hall, 2234 King Philip Street in Raynham. All money raised will go to the Raynham Lions Building and Maintenance Fund. There will be eggs available, sausage, pancakes, juice, coffee, or tea, and bacon. Yum. Yummy, yummy. That sounds really good. All for the cost of $10. Children 10 and under, they eat for free. Pay at the door for the event. For more information, call the Raynham Lions Hall, 508-823-7911. So there you go. All right, let's switch over to our transportation topic. I want to mention that for Amtrak, a key route in the area has been resumed, and that is the Lakeshore Limited train that has been resumed. That was resumed back on December the 1st. Amtrak has officially restored direct rail service on the Lakeshore Limited between Albany, Rensselaer, and Boston. Several months of substitute bus service between the two cities. This was caused. It was caused due to a hole that was created in the tracks that damaged the tracks, and they had to fix all that. But again, starting December the 1st, Amtrak travelers can once again enjoy the scenic train ride through New England and the capital region via the following schedule. This is for December the 1st, but train 449 that departs Boston, 12:50 p.m., arriving at Albany at 6:10 p.m. Train 448 leaves Albany 3:27 p.m., pulling into Boston at 8:32 p.m. So that, I believe that was the schedule for December the 1st there. The Lakeshore Limited stops daily in Pittsfield, allowing guests to travel to the beautiful Berkshires by rail. Earlier this year, a landslip near Albany forced the closure of the Post Road branch, temporarily replacing trains with buses. But Amtrak crews worked 6 days a week, 10 hours a day, to get the tracks ready for service to resume as fast as possible. I believe that that happened in June, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Let's take a quick commercial break and we'll be right back. What's up? Yeah, hold on. It's open. It's open. Oh, it's not open. Okay. Someone must have. No problem. All right.
Oh, hello.
Here we go. I gotta go back on the air here. All right.
Welcome to the storage closet. Jesus almighty. Okay, hey, at least you got a room around here. Oh, channel on my works. Okay, cool. So I guess we'll
Sit there.
Oh, I can't sit here.
No, sit there. Never mind. That doesn't work.
Oh, it doesn't work? Okay.
No.
That's fair.
Okay, we are back here on Hometown Talk. Had to let our 10 o'clock guest in who will be joining us at the 10 o'clock hour. Stay tuned. It's Eric, and it's going to be a fun hour of all things sports. I think we're going to start off with a brief conversation. It's going to be brief. Eric is not, when it comes to Middleborough Carver, not as in tune with it as I am, but we'll get his thoughts briefly on it. We're definitely going to get his thoughts on the MIAA Super Bowl, but that's coming up. That's coming up at the 10 o'clock hour. So, quick update on what's going on for the local lines on the MBTA train lines. First off, for Fall River, the Fall River New Bedford line in East Taunton. There's an access issue. The approach to East Taunton's parking lot will have a detour in place and has a detour in place. Started back on December the 1st and goes through the 8th of December. For Mass DOT road work on Route 24, exit 17B and Route 140. So there you go for that one. That's for Fall River. Moving on to Franklin Foxborough. Foxborough is going through some construction right now when it comes to accessibility. They're approving accessibility in Foxborough due to the World Cup, which will be 7 months from now. So actually less than that, probably. It's 6 months from now. The World Cup is not too far away from now, and they'll be going through some building there. I think they're almost done. I saw a little bit of an update saying that they were close to being done, which is pretty miraculous there. But anyway, for the Franklin Foxborough line, they have an emergency Amtrak repair temporary schedule in effect until further notice. That went into effect a couple of months ago, I believe. But that's in there until further notice. The Greenbush line, there is nothing really going on the Greenbush line, which seems to be the case most of the time. So there you go. The Kingston line, same thing, nothing really going on, which again seems to be the case most of the time. And then finally, the Providence Stoughton line. Some things going on there to accommodate Providence Station renovations. Construction barriers have been installed, and that is the southern stairwell to track 1. That's out of service. Staircase access to 3 and 5 tracks are now open. So there you go. And also, South Station still has the Petalin Park closed, as far as I know. If anyone knows differently, let me know, because that's kind of been the case for a while now. The South Station Petaluma Park. I don't know if that's now open because the construction is kind of ending there at South Station with the tower now open, the bus station now open. Does that mean the Petaluma Park is now reopened again? But if anyone knows that information, let us know. Anyway, that'll do it for this hour. Want to very quickly say that coming up in the second hour, we'll have Eric with us talking about all things sports. We'll start off with Middleborough Carver Thanksgiving and then the MIAA Super Bowls. So stay tuned. If you want to call in, 508-822-1106. We'll be right back.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you, Eric.
Where should I begin?
We are
We've got about 5 minutes, so I'll take it slow. So I'll give you some life updates, dude. You're not going to believe this either. No, seriously. You really shit yourself when I tell you this update I got yesterday. So I'll start with the first one that you already know.
Yep.
I have a back-to-back
Breaking news this hour.
for Brown men's basketball this weekend.
I heard that. I heard about. I think I heard about that. Didn't you do one already?
I
think I saw something.
Men's hockey against So I tell you what happened, right? So I was supposed to have the one against Quinnipiac, but halfway through the microphone dies and the receiver cuts while I'm on the fucking rug. And I literally just sit there like, what do I do? So basically I was like, I basically was kind of like this, like you ever heard like someone actually look at someone and say this? Don't you think? Since he's dressed like a mom, he would actually sound and look like a mom. So basically, I'm like, I was like, help me, because I couldn't figure it out. So I go back in 2 weeks after for Yale. Yeah, and it definitely went a lot better to where they are changing up the plan now overall. Yep. I will no longer be going through I'll no longer be on the side. They're going to be walking through the tunnel out of Brown's locker room, and I will see 2 steps to the left of their bench while getting a sneak preview from while getting a tunnel view of their intro when they make their entrance.
Republican-friendly regional district map.
The divided court paused the lower court's ruling that the map likely discriminates against racial minorities by diluting voting power of Hispanic and Black Texans. That opinion, which replaces a temporary freeze on the ruling issued by Justice Samuel Alito on November 21st, keeps the map in place for the midterm elections as litigation over the boundaries continues. The High Court said the lower court's ruling was improper because it came too close to the election.
Wow. Okay. AI might be telling us something pretty good about this Thanksgiving game here.
74 points higher. More on these stories at townhall.com.
All right, I think I'll use that.
Everyone is watching major movements ripple through the markets these days, sparked by new policy
so
shifts
for
out of
everyone that I
Washington
do
and
for
activity
men's
from the
hockey, I'll be
Federal
going through
Reserve.
the tunnel,
Americans have faced uncertainty
So that'll be
before,
cool
and every time we've found our footing again. The
when you
real
have a
secret to
when
long-term
you have a
financial
second,
peace
look
is
up this
simple.
on
Keep your
YouTube.
eyes on the horizon
Anthem
and
Lights
understand the
American
fundamentals that
Family.
drive real
They
stability.
did
That's
a
exactly why
version
Advantage Gold
with
is inviting you to
Ramsey
call
sisters
800-741
from
Gold
3 years
right now.
ago, and
We'll
I
send you
used
a
that
free
as my
Gold
sound
IRA
check.
rollover
Yeah.
kit.
I
along with a
literally
complimentary copy of economist Ken
I
Rogoff's
made
simple
everyone's
book,
jaws
Our
drop.
Dollar, Your Problem.
That
Inside, you learn how to
they all
defend
were
your
like,
retirement savings against it.
So you mentioned something to me about January. What's up with that?
That have preserved wealth for centuries. It's no wonder
I'm
Advantage Gold has
looking
been
to
America's
see if
number
there's a
one gold company for the
possibility
past
we could
decade. Take a
have my
smart step
first show
toward
with
protecting
you
what you've earned. Call
be on the
800-741
The ninth, yeah.
That's 800-741-4653. Consult your financial advisor before investing.
now
Call 800-741 GOLD.
we'd be looking at 5 weeks instead of 4.
Yes.
On a state visit to India, Russia's Vladimir Putin is
Tonight,
meeting with
yep,
India's
perfect.
So you
Narendra
see the
Modi.
point.
The 23rd Russia
Cool. So I'll get to that.
comes
So,
at a
and
pivotal
then
moment
back to back
as
this
the US
weekend, I've
pushes
got
for
Bryant
Ukrainian
University and
peace
Annals
deal,
College
while
women's
seeking
basketball, and then I told you I got Johnson and Wales on New Year's Eve.
to balance
So
relations with
I'm looking
Moscow
forward to
and
those
Washington
tonight,
as
tomorrow.
the
However,
four-year war
that's not
in
the big
Ukraine
news.
grinds on, according
I told you
to
before
Indian
about the
officials
NetLife
both
Foundation.
in
when my dad and I, with our wedding company as a corporate sponsor, we are with them as volunteers for the Bruins alumni game that they do of the Warrior. Yes, every year. This will be their 11th annual game.
Russian drones have
And,
struck a house in central
I
Ukraine,
pitched an
killing a
idea on if I
12-year-old
could
boy.
set Todd Angel.
Storing ongoing U.S. peace efforts.
Yes.
and long-range
I would set him
Ukrainian
up by
strike
doing God Bless
reportedly
America for
Russian port
the event.
and oil
And
refineries.
unfortunately,
News
for
and
me,
analysis.
the idea got shot down because due to a scheduling conflict.
AI-powered shopping
He's-
assistants have become a
Yeah, I
staple
mean,
in
he's busy.
online retail, making shopping easier and somewhat more convenient.
But here's the
month,
thing,
new
he's done
AI
it the last
tools
4
have
years.
launched just in time for the holiday season.
The
Amazon
scheduling
Rufus
conflict must be a
chatbot,
Bruins game.
Walmart's Sparky, and
Gotta be.
Target's Holiday Gift Finder are among the latest offerings.
What day
These
is the
chatbots
event?
can simplify
Next
finding the
Saturday.
perfect
Yeah,
gift
it's gonna
by
be
allowing
it's probably a
conversational
matinee
searches.
Bruins game.
General purpose AI shopping tools like those from OpenAI
no,
and
they're
Google
off.
can search
They're off on
multiple sites
Saturday?
for personalized
Yeah, they're off.
recommendations.
So we must have a
Online report.
anthem
A
thing
family
somewhere else.
Currency tumbles in
I
value
guarantee
partly
it's
as a
either
result
family
of
or
sanctions
employer
against
had it.
Iran by the U.S.
Oh, okay,
and
yeah.
others. Iranians
However,
who can are stockpiling precious
so,
metals as a hedge
you know,
against
so
We're gonna
inflation.
be coming back
Wealthier
here in a
investors
second.
are also snatching up diamonds.
So
and
basically, I was kind of
gemstones.
shut a luck on
Affordability is a
that one.
concern.
That's all right.
Memories of
All right.
past conflicts driving the
Yeah,
demand
here
for
in a
easily
second.
But hang on.
transportable wealth.
But
Townhall.com.
I got hit with
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the
I was
host and
then
do not
asked
express the views of WVBF
if I would
ownership
have the honor
or
of
Hometown Talk
replacing
Radio.
him.
Content aired on all
Okay.
programs. are
I'm
those
doing
of
so.
host
I'm doing the
and
anthem.
guests.
So I'm going to do the anthem at this game.
That's pretty good. All right, here we go.
I'll finish the story after.
You ready?
Yeah, I'll finish the story after.
Yeah.
Your hometown radio station. Our phone lines are now open at 508-822-1106.
All right. Hair on the mic. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, 0. All right, and yes, our phone lines are indeed open if you want to talk about some sports with me and Eric. And as Eric looks around at our new surroundings, yes, Eric, we're in a new studio.
You're basically in a storage closet.
No, it's huge. This is a really nice studio.
Yeah, no, but seriously, it's definitely like an upgraded room improvement, I would guess. Well,
It is.
space-wise.
Space-wise, it is.
Yes.
At the Hong Kong City restaurant here at Broadway in Taunton.
A little bit further down from
which is great.
Taunton Federal.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
We are we're here, and
Don't start making me hungry already.
I'm pretty hungry.
You have food behind you.
I do. Anyway, so we're here at our new location. I want to say good morning, Eric.
Hey, good morning.
Once again.
Yes.
And yeah, just good morning.
I know we have a lot. I know we got a lot to break down, but
So yeah, we do have a lot to break down, and let's start off with the Middleborough Carver Thanksgiving football.
yes, we'll make this brief because it's not really on
Oh,
the high
boy.
list of priorities, buddy.
Oh boy. As Middleborough Sachem fans,
Yes, we are.
that game was
Brutal.
brutal. The close Thanksgiving game took place on November 27th, 2025 between Middleborough and Carver. Carver Crusaders defeated the Middleborough Sachems. That is Carver's first win, I believe, in 8 years.
Yes.
Yeah, 2017 was the last time that they won, Carver did. And that was basically because Middleborough sat their starters. No one sat their starters on Thursday, the 27th, and boy, what a brutal game. For the
What a brutal game, he says.
what a brutal game for the Sachems. Carver came in. They came in and they were ready. Carver lost last year by 32 points to us. It was their third consecutive victory. Carver, third consecutive victory this season.
Yes.
This season, not in the rivalry. Again, like I said, last time Carver won in this rivalry, I believe, was 2017. Middleborough is their 5th straight road loss this season. Ouch.
Yep.
Yeah, not a good year for the Sachems. Unfortunately, I believe they ended their season 4-7. Key players in this game included Carver's Nathan Helms, who passed for 150 yards and 2 touchdowns. Colin Akins, who caught a significant portion of those yards as well. So that's huge. That's huge. Again, Middleborough finishes the year 4-7. Ugh, ouch. Hopefully they come back next year and improve. I know that they're led by a very good coach. They're led by a very good coach. If the Sachems know how to come back, it's because of their coach. You know, they have a really good coach.
Sorry, I took a nap for 20 minutes. I missed the whole thing.
But Eric, in all seriousness, what is your thoughts, very quick, on Middleborough losing for the first time in 8 years to Carver?
To be honest with you, I don't really have a statement on this. It's a yearly tradition. It's something that is like very up and down based on what you see is what you get, and that's just the way that the ball will roll in the end zone.
Yeah. So 22-21, that was the final. All right, MIAA.
Gillette Stadium has been very busy,
Yes.
and they're going to be extremely busy over the next 2 nights,
Yes.
as it is the culmination of football for high schools, as the MIAA Super Bowls are now officially here. A couple of teams that we believed are going to be there, like Xavier Tech and King Phillips, who have been dominant high school teams.
Top 5 teams.
Randolph and North Attleboro, I believe, is also in there as well.
Yeah, so we'll go over that here. So first off, day 1 was yesterday. Division 7 and Division 6. We want to congratulate Cohasset and we want to congratulate Fairhaven on their wins from yesterday. Today, pretty big matchups. We have a home matchup, pretty much a home matchup. I don't know if they'll be designated as the home team. I'm not sure which teams will be designated as home teams and away teams in these scenarios, but whatever. Foxborough is the home team, basically. They're pretty much playing home field advantage. They'll take on Shawshene Valley Tech at 5 p.m. this evening.
I've never even heard of that thing. Look, like who the heck are they? I like private school.
Shawshene Valley Tech. They're a technical school.
A technical school that has a football team that's in the Super Bowl. How do you figure that for a technical school that basically teaches about
they're
plumbing
good.
and electrical engineering?
Because they're good.
I don't know how that
Shawshene Valley. Yeah, haven't heard about them too much.
Never.
But they're in the Super Bowl.
Okay. Then.
Foxborough
obviously
has been here before. They've won before. I would think Foxborough will win once again. What are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, like you can't be surprised knowing that that's a good program over there.
Foxborough is a great program.
Very good program.
Absolutely. Then we have what a lot of people are looking forward to here in this area. Division 3. Both of these teams are from the same league. That would be North Attleboro versus King Philip. Eric, what are your thoughts?
These two have been rivals for many, many, many years, especially knowing the battles that we've watched them have. It's going to be a dang good fight because you've got a team off of the 140 line over here and a team off of the Route 1 line, and I think it's going to be a very good fight.
It's going to be a huge battle. Then so the Foxborough Shawshene Valley Tech game that begins at 5. North Attleboro versus King Philip begins at 7:45 p.m. today. Tomorrow, that's the big day tomorrow. Division 8 gets us underway at 10 a.m.
There's Division 8. What?
Yes, Division 8.
How many are there?
That's the division Carver's in.
Oh, okay.
Division 8.
Okay.
We are, I believe, aren't we in? We used to be in Division 6. I know back in 2017, that was our division that we were in, Division
So what's
6.
the level? So like how does it work regarding like D1 to 8? Is it like best ranked versus worst ranked? Like I don't know like how it works, or maybe it's based on like state location.
You're asking the wrong person.
Okay, well sorry.
You're asking the wrong
Coming from somebody
person.
who watches this stuff, I really thought you actually had a clue.
I watch it as much as I can. I don't know the divisions and how they're structured.
Well, I don't know how they're structured either.
Anyway.
Anyway, treat the paper.
Division 8. Randolph and West Boylston, 10 a.m. start.
Randolph
West Boylston looking for their 4th straight win in the Super Bowl.
4th straight. Okay, well then I changed the amount on that one. Then.
Oh, West Boylston's probably going to win.
Yes. Okay. Next one.
Then we have Division 4. Tewksbury takes on Scituate.
Tewksbury. I have got to root out for the North Shore. Tewksbury.
I'm gonna go Scituate.
Doesn't Tewksbury sound like Toothberry? Tewksbury, Toothberry.
I guess.
Cedar Rock segment from 2012. Sorry.
Anyway, Division 2, Bishop Feion, they'll take on Catholic Memorial.
Ugh.
That'll be a huge matchup. I think CM wins that one. But what do you think, Eric, on that one?
Who's D1?
D1? Well, D1, the main event, as it should be. Xaverian takes on St. John's Prep.
Oh, it's St. John's Prep. Oops.
Again.
Wait, again?
Again.
So how many years have St. John been in this thing now? Too many?
Too many. No, but in all seriousness, they're good teams. That's why. Xaverian,
right? But like
they're going for their 3rd straight.
I understand that, but I mean, like if you're looking at D1 in Massachusetts for the MIAA structure, you would think that D1 means that you're the best of the best ranked every single year because you have more to offer in value as a team from an entertainment factor, from a talent capacity, and from overall success. St. John's, that's something to watch. Honestly, I would not be surprised if colleges come out and actually look at some of these players for recruitment, knowing how great St. John's has been for years. I mean, you get to play on the and I don't even care. Gillette Stadium is sacred football ground. Not just anybody can just walk in there past security, walk through the alarmed gate and be like, okay, can I go stretch?
No. I mean,
maybe jog for a minute in the end zone.
And these two teams have had, for the past several years, players who have football in their blood.
Correct.
Pretty much football in their blood. Xaverian, their quarterback, was Hasselbeck, I believe? Something Hasselbeck? I'm forgetting his name.
Is it Tim or Matt Hasselbeck?
Tim, I might have been Matt Hasselbeck's son. I'm not 100% sure his first name. I apologize. But yeah, I mean, both teams have had players on their teams that have football coursing through their veins and their families' veins as well. So these two teams are powerhouses, and it's going to be a fun matchup. I think Xaverian wins. I think Xaverian grabs 3 straight.
And just in case that you needed to know that,
go ahead.
Excuse me, just 1 second.
Oh. Okay. Well, with that, let's take a commercial break.
Hi, this is Paul Lazarovich, host of Saturday Morning's
No, I didn't. Listen, I'm on air. I'll talk to you later.
Places, events, and activities that make the Cranberry Country area a special place to call home.
Sorry, bro.
Cranberry Country Journal, Saturday morning, 10 to 11 a.m. on WVBF.
This is why I put my phone on silent. That was my mom.
Yeah,
sorry. Sorry, my mom made me think that someone was wrong. She just said that I need to air my tires. I'm like, you could have texted me that, you muppet. Anyway, so back to the conversation. So
well, we're on commercial break.
So anyway, Marie Ann on the board of the Life Foundation basically called me yesterday to say, so Todd bowed out due to a scheduling conflict, but everyone is in agreement that they would love to have you do the anthem for him instead.
Yeah.
If you approve. So
yeah,
I'm going to be singing the anthem in front of Matt Light, the Light Foundation, the Bruins alumni roster, the entire Light roster, and whoever else is going to be there that could be influential enough to maybe open up a door next year. Because you don't know.
Okay,
So I'm
back.
stoked, man.
Coming back.
So be on the lookout for that video next week.
Coming back. All right, we're back here, 10:20 a.m. here on Hometown Talk. There we go. It's the Friday edition of Hometown Talk, December the 5th, 2025. Okay, now let's switch over to the NFL. Yeah, the Patriots are on the bye week. I know. How sad. Anyway, 11-2 record.
They need the rest anyway. Though.
They need the rest. 11-2 record. Dallas, thanks for coming this season. You lost yesterday, embarrassingly. 44-30 yesterday to the Lions, who stink. Let's just say it how it is. They stink.
I can't believe that they've fallen off that bad.
They fall off. They've fallen off. Yeah. Seahawks and Falcons begin everything on Sunday. With some of these games, the big game to watch. If you're a Patriots fan, the one team you're going to want to root for this week is the Cincinnati Bengals. They take on the Buffalo Bills. I think this is the biggest game of the Cincinnati's season.
I agree.
If they beat Buffalo, next week's games become a lot less stressful. A lot less. I think they'll end up winning. I really do. I think the Bengals will win. I'm gonna make that prediction. I think the Bengals will upset the Bills. I really think that's a possibility at this point.
I will be the first to tell you this. I have been very impressed with how much this season has turned this organization around.
Yeah.
Granted, the strength of schedule was the easiest in the NFL this year.
Sure.
But you can't deny the fact that these were teams that tested them.
Yep.
Dolphins in week 2, that came down to the final minute, thanks to Milton Williams, who's been a huge pickup for us. That unfortunately he's on IR right now.
Yes.
Browns and Falcons, who were at the time the NFL's number 1 and number 2 best pass defense. Bucks that literally came down to the final minute. Bills in Buffalo that came down to the final seconds thanks to Andy Borregales, who has been money, even though there's only more Borregales that I will say. He's perfect from beyond 50, but his 3 misses has been between 40 and 49 yards. Everywhere else he has not missed. And then Saints that came down to the final minute, and then Bengals came down to the final minute as well. These aren't okay. I can't say that those are good teams, but minus a few of those who have gone far off the cliff now, you can't say that the Pats have not gotten tested this year. I truly believe that some of these tests that they've been getting this season is going to prepare them for come playoff time. So that way, when it's time to take on maybe Jaguars or Chargers in that divisional playoff,
they will be ready for it. I'm just going to make a statement here, and you know what? Please don't rip me to shreds, but if you look at the Broncos' last 4 games, Jaguars, Packers, Chiefs, and Chargers, don't you dare tell me that there's not the possibility that they can't lose one of those 4. They should have lost to the Commanders. That went almost to that almost went to the end of overtime, and they somehow pulled it out of their butt off of stopping a 2-point attempt that Washington, in my eyes, Mariota just underthrew that. If he just threw that higher up in the air and got more lift on it, there was a chance Broncos could be sitting right now at 10-3. Tell me I'm telling lies.
The Broncos will, easily stomp on the Raiders this week.
Well, yeah.
It's the Raiders. And after this game, I think Pete Carroll should be fired. Pete Carroll is a joke. Is a joke. The entire year for the Raiders has been a joke. That franchise has been a joke for the past decade.
But I want to ask you this: who would have ever thought that Sean Payton would have come out of retirement after a huge legacy he left in New Orleans to somehow bring the Broncos back to being a playoff team?
He's just good. And he's going to show it again this week.
However, you can't tell me right now that Drake May is not in the top 3 running for MVP. And as far as I'm concerned, I think Mike Vrabel right now is the front runner for Coach of the Year. Yeah. I mean, look at the roster that we have compared to some of the teams that are better than us in a way. We're making the use of what we have. We don't have names. We don't have people that are well known, but we have enough in the system to get us through. Yeah. And you know what? It's weird. When people are not hating on us, they're actually encouraging us and they're being supportive of us, which is weird in the media, because we went through 20 years of people hating us and hating our guts when Brady was here. Yes. But I'll tell you, the numbers Drake May is putting up is not what you would have thought Brady would have done in his second year. Drake May is not the next Tom Brady, but I believe that he is our franchise if and only if we make it to the AFC Championship. I'm not saying we got to get to the Super Bowl. I really am trying to wrap my head around us doing that. I don't think the Super Bowl is going to come this year. But you know what? You don't know. I'm keeping my hope up. But at the end of the day, I'm also a realistic Patriot fan that, we all have to kind of curb our expectation on success. But AFC Championship game is not out of question.
No.
But in my opinion, it could be out of the question if we don't have a 1. People are already saying, even with the 1 seed and the home field, the Pats aren't going to do squat. Watch us. I mean, think about it, dude. We're the only team in the NFL undefeated on the road, and we still have a great home record. No defense has stopped May whatsoever. It's not until playoffs that he could get stopped.
And our road is just becoming easier and easier and easier to really, really do damage in the playoffs.
Yes.
The Eagles stink. They stink. And they're going to take on the Chargers this week.
Chargers have a chance to actually.
That's a win for the Chargers if they play it right.
They're in Philly?
Yeah. The Ravens.
They could upset them.
The Ravens have a game. The Chiefs have a game. Those 2 teams could miss the playoffs.
That game on Sunday night has playoff seeding implications. Because here's the thing. Those Ravens could be, look at where the Ravens were when Lamar Jackson got hurt and how bad they were about to be ran off. I applaud them for the comeback that they made. But I'll tell you though, I still think that we're better than them by a long shot.
We're better than the Eagles. We're better than the Eagles.
Honestly, I can name a lot of teams that we are better than, but the 2 teams I'll put a toss up on is Rams and Broncos. Though, in my opinion, Pats, Broncos, and Rams are the 3 best in the NFL right now. Period. Because you look at 3 coaches. A coach we have that is a 3-time Super Bowl winner with us, Sean Payton, who came out of retirement after taking the Saints to many years in the postseason, brought them a Super Bowl, and what's this with the Rams?
Sean
McVay.
McVay. Sorry, I
has
drew a blank.
teased retirement about 80 times.
Well, I mean, Sean McVay is still one of the youngest guys in the NFL
He
right
is.
now for a coach. You have to applaud it. I mean, he stuck out with LA, went through some hard times, got into a Super Bowl, won a Super Bowl.
Yeah, won one.
With of all people, flipping Stafford. Matthew Stafford.
Matt Stafford is just
He's insane.
he's good. I don't know.
Who would have ever thought that the kid that was in Detroit for about 10 years would have done that?
All right, real quick, 30 seconds here before we take our news
Yeah.
break. Thoughts on the Bears?
Thoughts on the Bears? I think they're the dark horse of the NFL right now.
Nah, I think so too.
I think they can pull out an upset.
I think so too. What percentage would you put on a potential Super Bowl 20 rematch?
I'm gonna say about 45%.
Yeah, I think it's pretty likely.
But I will tell you right now,
if these two teams do well.
But I'll tell you right now, the Bears' success is not Caleb Williams, it's their defense. Their defense has propelled them to a tremendous season. Even though their
Sounds
offense,
familiar, huh?
No, it does. But their offense isn't too shabby either. But I'll tell you, Caleb Williams is not the reason for that.
Nope.
I am sorry. He is getting a lot of help around him, and dude, he blows. He really does.
doesn't
He is
that-
not a good quarterback.
Doesn't that sound so familiar?
What, the 85 Bears?
Wasn't that like the same kind of things?
For the 85 Bears?
Yeah, what they
Same
were
thing.
saying?
Defense. Offense wins games, defense wins championships.
Let's see.
And as of right now,
Let's see.
our offense has been our repellent, but our defense has been our repellent against our opponents.
10:30. All right, let's take our news break.
Yeah, that Bears team blows.
I don't know.
I mean Williams, not the team.
Yeah.
Williams is trash.
Their defense.
Their defense is upgraded.
Yeah.
It wasn't for their defense, they would be nothing right now.
I mean, it's the same thing that they were saying in '85. I assume. And
Our numbers is this: Pats have the fourth most points scored right now in the NFL. We are seventh in the NFL for points allowed. I mean, like we're making good numbers, dude.
And potentially, given all the context we heard,
Chicago
Bears
coming to their aid to recover the
stats
and recover those narco terrorists.
Right.
This morning brought word of another such vessel taken out by the American military. The Supreme Court is allowing Texas to use a Republican.
1985 Bears,
Yeah.
historically dominant, ranking number 1 in the NFL for points scored and points allowed, leading the league in rushing. Walter Payton's legendary season, boasting a number 1 ranked defense, 54 turnovers, 7th in total yards, 2nd in points per game, rushing yards first, rushing attempts first, rushing TDs 5th, net yards first, passing TDs 6th, points allowed first, yards allowed first, turnovers forced first, points differential 258, which was best in the NFL. Walter Payton, Jim McMahon, Dennis McKinnon, Richard Dent, Leslie Frazier, Kevin Butler, 31 field goals, 144 points, team high. Outscored opponents by over 250 points, held opponents to just 1,319 rushing yards, only outgained by opponents once.
Country is held
The
together
entire
by
season.
businesses.
Those are
That's
good,
a
right?
fact.
Those are good stats.
It's also a fact
Yeah,
that 9
we
out
look
of
at
10 of those small
2025 Bears.
businesses will fail. Why? Because it's hard, really, really hard to build a profitable
Chicago
business from the
Bears.
ground up today. Pure Talk
Season
knows
stats.
that. They started as a small American wireless company determined to keep their customer service in this country. It worked. And today, Pure Talk is determined to help other small businesses prosper by offering them the same white glove service the big guys get. Same service, same 5G network at a truly affordable price. Pure Talk is focused on businesses that employ welders and roofers, electricians, plumbers, HVAC techs, the people who keep the lights on. If that sounds like your business, give Pure Talk Business a try and see just how much you could save. Dial pound 250, say micro, to switch to an American wireless company who understands the power of small business. Pure Talk.
Russian President Putin is in India for talks with Prime Minister Modi.
This is happening under the shadow of those 50% tariffs against India, which is some of the highest in the world. It is going to be a very tough tightrope walk for Prime Minister Narendra Modi as he looks to balance ties with an age-old ally like Russia. It is the country from which India has been buying a lot of crude oil from, but it is also aware that it needs to keep the West happy as well. So whether that means it leverages its position and friendship with Russia to try and play a role in the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, or proximity to President Putin does not have any impact on the possibility of an India-US trade deal, which has remained very elusive so far.
The BBC's Aranade Mukherjee. At least 4 countries announcing they're pulling out of next year's Eurovision Song Contest. Decision follows the organizers' choice to allow Israel to compete. Dutch, Spanish, Irish, and Slovenian broadcasters announcing plans to sit out the contest. Townhall.com. The Kremlin has no time for FaceTime.
Russian authorities say they've imposed restrictions on Apple's video calling service FaceTime, alleging it was being used for organizing what it called terrorist activities. Thursday's announcement marks another step in Russia's ongoing effort to control internet and online communications. In recent years, Russia has adopted restrictive laws and blocked non-compliant websites and platforms. After the 2022 invasion of Ukraine, the government blocked major social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Access to YouTube also was disrupted. Keith Peters, Washington.
As Iran's currency loses value, partly because of sanctions against Tehran, Iranians who can are stockpiling precious metals as a hedge against inflation. Wealthier investors also snatching up diamonds and gemstones. More on these stories, townhall.com.
At some health systems, cancer care can make you feel like a number.
Sorry.
6.
Sorry, my hands are kind of.
No, that's okay.
This is cool of these people. Okay, so this looks cool. It's cool.
Jeez, okay.
Knows your story and walks along with you. We are South Coast Health Cancer Care. Visit southcoast.org/cancercare.
Don't miss InfoTrack weekends here on WVBF. InfoTrack is a weekly nationally syndicated public affairs radio show that features interviews with experts discussing topics of interest to you.
Let's go. Okay.
InfoTrack strives to present
Let's go.
balanced coverage of every
Okay.
story. I'm your host, Chris Williams.
So anyway,
with a team of talented
how freaking cool is that? That I was asked to replace Todd Angeli. Dude, like, no, like, dude, those are some shoes I gotta know. Because I'll tell you, that makes because in 1 year, I sang on the C's logo, and I'm singing on the ice of the Brewers practice facility.
I hear you. 3, 2, 1, 0. And we're back here. Let's real quick, because there's a couple things. There's something I want to do. I want to do a little bit of a stats comparison with the Chicago Bears because, again, this is 40 years since the 1985 Bears, and the Bears,
The refrigerator.
the Bears, are doing pretty darn good right now. The 2025 version of the Bears are doing pretty darn good, and we're going to be talking about that here in a minute. But before we do that, I'm going to do a little bit of a other thing here with some of the other stuff going on. Real quick, in the NBA, the Celtics seem to be doing, all right. They're all right.
Pardon my language, but did you see the ass whooping they put on the Wizards last night?
Be careful with that. I don't think you're supposed to say that, but
Yeah.
Butt whooping would be better. Anyway.
Butt whipping.
They
put them through torture
because Washington's terrible. Anyway, they got a big matchup tonight. They got the Lakers taking on the Celtics.
Why isn't that on ESPN?
Why is that not on
that's,
TV?
That's literally a primetime slot right there. Like, honestly, that's
Prime
a rivalry
Video,
game.
Really? I mean, I have Prime Video, but
that's a shame.
It's not a.
Why could ESPN?
I mean, it might be on NBC Sports Boston. But I'm not sure.
I mean, that's obvious. Yes, it is. But come on.
Really? Anyway, that's gonna be a big matchup.
Yes.
It will be. The Celtics have got to win that one. That's a big one.
They've won, I think, 8 of their last 11. They're now 5th in the East after being 9th at one point about a week and a half ago.
I'm gonna say this. Good luck to the Mavericks tonight.
Oh,
you're gonna need it.
Yeah.
You're gonna need it. You're taking on the 21-1 Thunder.
Oh, you ain't getting through them unless you got a miracle lucky charm in your back pocket there, sunshine. Honestly, I don't think Cuban's money's gonna save you now.
81-1. Let's go.
I don't buy that at all. No. No, there's no way that's gonna happen.
Do you think they'll get to 70 wins though? Do you think that's possible at least?
I'm gonna say 65 at the most.
I think they'll get to 70. I think maybe like 71. I think
they're not as talented as
Well,
the 15.
I mean, they're definitely
they're not
playing.
as talented as the 15-16 Warriors.
They're
You know what I
definitely
mean?
playing
That was
like
a-
they
that was a
are.
good team.
They're definitely playing like
Yeah,
that.
but I don't know, buddy. We'll see.
Real
see.
quick with the Bruins. The Bruins.
They bounced back.
They're finding
Huge
ways to win
last night. Huge victory over the Blues. Kind of like a revenge game for them a little bit for all that crap they went through in the finals with them.
Yeah, they're finding ways to win.
Yes.
16-13 record.
Could be better, but also it
yeah.
could be a lot worse compared to where we were last
They're
year.
taking on the Devils. That'll be a tough one.
Tomorrow. That was tomorrow.
Yep, but they're getting Pasternak back.
It's out for the last 4 games due to illness.
So we'll see. What else? We got.
So listen.
Where is the
Hang on.
Avalanche?
So listen. So I know we're kind of early to mention this, but the Red Sox made a move and they have added Sonny Gray.
Sonny Gray
to the rotation.
That's a good match. That's a good one.
How do you feel about getting Gray?
I like it.
You like it?
Also, the Red Sox yesterday.
5-player trade.
Yeah, 5-player trade. Ovadio is now a Red Sox from moving over from Pittsburgh. Johan Ovadio, now a Boston Red Sox. They trade
So Hickson Garcia.
Hickson Garcia. Wow, that's a huge trade. I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't know about the password being gone, but I mean, you would think that was pretty good value.
I mean,
value that they got for him though.
They did something similar earlier on in the year where they traded. There was 2 brothers on the team, and they traded one of them. So they're just doing the same thing that they did earlier on the year.
It's obviously very early, so we'll have to see what happens.
I'm not worried about it. Honestly.
But I will make a quick word to you. Alex Bregman, even though he's opted out of his contract, he has not signed with anybody else. So there is still hope that he will return to Boston this year.
What do you think is the possibility we land both Bregman and Alonso? Some people have talked about
You
it.
really think that we can open up our wallet to get Pete Alonso here? Are you kidding me?
People talked about it.
So hang on.
And apparently we're on the short list of teams he's interested in.
Okay, but so listen.
But you know what? They said the same thing about Soto. And the Red Sox were on the short list of teams who are interested.
But the Soto and the Yankees.
yeah, it hasn't happened.
But hang on. So when we signed Bregman, it was 4 years, $125 million, and 2 opt-outs in his contract. Even though he's opted out, does that mean that if he wants to return, that they'll keep him with that contract, or is he got to sign a new one? Because I've never seen a player in a situation to where they would opt out of their contract, but then still return to that team. Would it mean that they would keep the terms of the deal, or Bregman have to sign a whole new deal?
Well, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. But we'll keep an eye on the Red Sox. We'll keep an eye on the Bruins. We'll keep an eye on the Celtics. Things haven't really heated up for the Bruins and the Celtics. That's why we're not really focusing on them too much. The Red Sox, it's going to be a couple more weeks before things really start to heat up with the Red Sox.
Definitely not until January.
Yeah, when Eric comes back on January 9th,
yes,
we will talk to him about it. But that's kind of it until then. Let's take our last commercial break.
Yes.
We'll be right back. We'll do the Chicago Bears stats stats comparison, and then we'll finish off with the WWE.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. Open phone lines 508-822-1106. We'll be right back.
10:44.
10 minutes. Come back.
No, but seriously, like, help, but dude, like, I gotta fill the shoes of Angel now.
You'll do a good job.
But it's cool, man. In one season, in 1 year, I get to say I stood on the C's logo and I stood on the rug of the Bruins practice facility.
Yeah.
So I can still say that I got to do something basketball and Bruins hockey, even though, hey, listen, it ain't no live on Nesson, but I mean, that's the next best thing.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Wait, that was it?
Yeah, on commercial.
Okay. Let's do it.
All right, we're back to play the one last commercial I needed to play this hour, and we're all set to go here for the final 15 minutes of the program. 508-822-1106 if you want to call in, talk about what's on your mind this morning.
Shaking up the cobwebs.
Sports-wise. So, all right, 10:45 a.m. here. Let's do a little bit of a stat comparison here with the 1985 Chicago Bears and the 2025 Chicago Bears. Now, you might ask me, Joey, why do we care about this? Why do we care about the Bears? The Chicago Bears of today seem to be a team that is a Super Bowl contender.
Yes,
and
I agree.
It has been 40 years since the 1985 Chicago Bears. So let's go over the 1985 Chicago Bears, shall we? 1985, the Chicago Bears were historically dominant, ranking number 1 in the NFL for points scored. 456 points scored in the season. Points allowed, only 198. Leading the league in rushing, 2,761. Walter Payton, he had a legendary season.
Yes.
And when you have a award named after you, yeah, you're a pretty big deal. You're a pretty big deal. Walter Payton was a pretty big deal. And obviously in the Hall, and
yes.
You know,
So
yeah.
so the numbers.
So his legendary season there. Number 1 ranked defense, 54 turnovers. So here are the offensive highlights ranked by the NFL. Points per game, second, 456. Wonder who was number 1 in 85.
Certainly not us.
Certainly not. No, not us. Not the Patriots. No, we couldn't even get it. I don't think did we even score in that game?
No.
No.
Okay, next.
I don't know if we scored a touchdown or not. I think we did. Anyway, total yards 7th in the league with 5,837. Rushing yards 1st in the league, 2,761. Rushing attempts 1st in the league. Yards per attempt 1st in the league with that. Rushing TDs 5th in the league with 27. Passing TDs 6th with 17. Defensive highlights. Points allowed 1st, 198. I mean, geez, in a league now where it's so offensive heavy, you'd be lucky to get less than 200 points given up.
Right.
Because that's just a dominant defense. Total yards allowed 4,135. That is 1st. Turnovers forced 54 turnovers forced for the Chicago Bears 1985. Points differential 258. That's 1st in the NFL. Key player stats. Walter Payton, 1,551 rushing yards, 9 TDs, 49 catches for 483 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jim McMahon, 2,392 yards, 15 TDs, and 82.6 passer rating. Dennis McKinnon had 7 TDs, 17 sacks for Richard Dent. not even the best player on defense for the Bears in today's Bears 2025 hasn't even close to that. We'll get to that in a second. Leslie Frazier, 7 interceptions. There's a player there. There's a player on the 2025 Bears that has 6. We'll get to that in a minute. And then Kevin Butler, 31 field goals, 144 points. That's a team high. So yeah, I mean, their dominance was just insane. They outscored opponents by 250 points, over 250 points, held opponents to just 1,319 rushing yards, 6.2 yards per carry. No one could run on them. And only outgained once all season long. Eric, just your thoughts on the 1985 Bears, man. Like,
I want to. So now I want to get the comparison to this year's 25 Bears. So where do they stand compared to 85?
So okay, so the total points per game for the Chicago Bears is 26.1 so far this season. Opponents 25.6. So pretty close games that the Bears have been in. Total points 313. Total points against 307. Again, close. Total touchdowns 33. 33 so far. Opponents 37. So there you go. So right off the bat, this version of the Bears is not dominant on offense.
Yeah, that was really obvious.
So just off the top. First downs, 254 first downs. Rushing first downs, 108. Passing first downs, 130.
Yeah.
For passing first downs for their opponent, also 130.
Yeah.
First downs by penalty, 16. That's a lot. Third down efficiency, 72 for 164. But third down efficiency for their opponent is worse.
Yeah.
47 and 130. Third down, 43.90%. Fourth down efficiency, 8 for 18. And fourth down percentage of 44. Passing, 234 complete passes with a net passing yard of 26.45. The passing touchdowns, 18 this season, to their opponents' 24. Interceptions, 17 interceptions for their opponents. Wow. Okay. Rushing attempts, same thing, kind of close. So a lot of these stats, basically, the key thing to say about it is it's close.
Yeah.
It's too close. But the Bears have had the luck. And that's why they're 9-3. At this point, they're 9-3. Their schedule coming up, they have the Packers twice in 3 weeks.
Yep.
Boy, that'll be tough. Those will be tough matchups. Then they got an easy one against Cleveland.
Yes.
Then they got a tough one against San Fran.
Yep.
And then they got a tough one against Detroit.
Yeah.
So the majority of their remaining schedule is very, very tough. They could very easily be 10-7 if the way that they've been playing continues. So this is definitely a much different Bears team.
I agree.
Than the 85 Bears.
Sure.
But we wanted to compare the two just because, one, it's 40 years.
Yes.
And two, they're both in a situation where now we're, talking about potential Super Bowl.
Yes.
With these two teams.
I agree.
If things go correctly for the 2025 Bears, they could be a team that could compete for the Super Bowl. But we'll see. We'll see. Very easily, they could be 10-7, and we could be not talking about the Bears in 4 weeks.
Right.
Very easily. If those stats continue. Caleb Williams, as Eric has said, has been terrible.
Yes, he is not good.
So he's not that. He hasn't been that good. His stats have been terrible. I've looked at them; they're not good. But if he somehow, improves just that little bit, and that defense continues to play the way that they've been playing at times, they're a team that, could make some noise.
I agree with that.
Absolutely. All right. We start off now here with WWE and go to our last pay-per-view of the year for WWE, which is hard to imagine that it's already 2026 almost. But the last pay-per-view of the year for the WWE is in the NXT division. It's Deadline. I like Deadline. I like that.
No, it's not. The last premium live event is Saturday night's main event.
That's not a premium live event.
Yeah, it is.
It's gonna be on TV.
It's not. It's on Peacock.
It's gonna be on TV.
It's on NBC.
It's on
anymore.
NBC.
Not anymore.
Yes, it is.
Joey, I think they took it off NBC and put it on Peacock now. Or is it shown on both?
It's gonna be shown on both.
Anyway, no one cares about NXT right now.
I do, because it actually holds a little bit more weight since it's a pay-per-view.
Well, the more weight has to do with the fact that as of next Saturday night, we officially say goodbye to one of, or if not the greatest of all time in WWE, and John Cena.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that here, and I'm gonna ask your opinion on who do you think will be the better opponent for him. But I'm gonna quickly go over this because it's a pay-per-view, and I want to go over it because it's important. NXT Deadline: Ricky Sainz versus Oba Femi. This should be Oba Femi's last NXT match. And if it's not, what are you doing, Shawn Michaels? Send him over to the main roster immediately, Shawn Michaels. Please, listen, do that. Please, he's main roster ready. Oba Femi has been main roster ready since day one.
No, buddy.
Yes,
I would say
yes, he has.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. I would say since January he's been ready. He's needed some time to develop himself. This year has been his best year. This year has been his best year. This year has been his best year.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, I wouldn't. You know what? I wouldn't be mad if Oba Femi won. I really wouldn't be mad because Ricky Sainz is ready for the main roster too.
No, I know, but I mean,
anyway, whatever. Iron Survivor Challenge: Javon Evans, Leon Slater, Joe Hendry, who is actually now a WWE superstar officially. Dion Dion Lennox, and Miles Bourne. This is a toss-up. I think Javon Evans has the upper hand here, but Joe Hendry's in the match. And Joe Hendry's new. He's a new superstar. They are going to push him to the moon eventually. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins this match, but who knows? Sol Ruka, Lola Vice, Kalani Jordan, Jordan Grace, and Kendall Gray, the Iron Survivor Challenge for the women. The winners of these Iron Survivor Challenges, by the way, get their respective champions at New Year's Eve, which is, I think like the second week of January. Anyway, whatever. I think Jordan Grace is winning that match. Then you have Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dave. Tatum should easily win that match. I don't care about this rivalry. I really don't. Tatum Paxley and Izzy Dave. I don't care about this rivalry. I want to see Tatum Paxley win that match and be done with this rivalry immediately. Ethan Page versus Mr. Iguana. I hate this match so much. Ethan Page should destroy Mr. Iguana. But I know that this is probably going to be a match where Mr. Iguana could probably win the match. I don't want to see that. Anyway.
Funny.
Saturday night.
I just don't want to see that. Okay.
Those last two matches on the card, I just don't want to see.
Sure.
Saturday night main event for WWE. Now, with that, there's one match, and that's it. One match on the card as of right now, and we are less than a week away.
Yeah.
We're a week away from the event taking place. I would watch NXT on Tuesday to see what would happen, what's going to happen with that show, because a lot of those matches outside of John Cena's last match will be NXT matches. So
that's because
keep an eye on it.
if that's because of John going to Triple H and basically saying that night should showcase what the future of this company is going to be next year. The hardest thing I could say right now is, we're basically saying goodbye to a bona fide legend, a first ballot Hall of Famer, which I think is going to be this coming WrestleMania season.
Oh, easily. I think they announce it next Saturday.
I mean, I think personally, I think that would be the highlight of the entire night is John being inducted into the Hall.
Yeah.
My only concern is this: between LA Knight and Gunther on SmackDown tonight.
Yeah, who
I would love
do you think
to see LA Knight, but the issue is I believe it's going to be Gunther, and it's not going to make sense. Gunther's already been established. Gunther's already has a Hall of Fame career just with the year he's had.
I agree.
In the year prior, LA Knight needs this
I
more
agree
than him.
100%.
But it never made sense to take that Intercontinental title off of him in Survivor Series. He should have retired as that, or at least given it to, or at least had LA beat him for it, because that belt would have been more prestigious if John did retire with it. It just doesn't make sense for him to have gone squash, because
I think they have more solid plans for Dominic Mysterio than they do John Cena with the title.
And honestly, that's a shame with that, because I think John would have done some great things with it. Granted, he only had like a month and a half left. But
I think eventually, I don't know when it's going to be, if it's going to be, by WrestleMania or if it's going to be in 2035, we're going to get Dominic Mysterio versus Finn Balor for the Intercontinental title.
I think
eventually.
I don't think that'll happen. I still think there are cracks in Judgment Day that I think is going to get shown a little bit deeper.
Yeah. But I mean, they kind of reversed all of that with Liv Morgan coming back.
Yeah, but you want to tell me that her
like,
and Roxanne Perez are actually going to coexist in this thing? I can't see it.
Anyway, yeah, I think LA Knight would be the better man to face John Cena. Gunther doesn't need to retire John Cena. He doesn't. He already retired Goldberg. That was a good match.
Dude, it made no sense for him to have gotten squashed by Brock at WrestlePalooza, and that was the worst show of the entire year.
I mean, some people would argue Survivor Series was, but
definitely up there.
Survivor Series wasn't that bad.
We also have to find out, hopefully, when I come back in January, who was the one that attacked Punk in that cage. People think it's Austin Theory.
It's definitely Austin Theory.
Yeah, but what more does he have with that? Because he didn't even know Punk.
I mean, it doesn't matter. He's gonna be a Paul Heyman guy, and he's gonna be shot up to the moon. I mean, Austin Theory has it. He's got it. He's got all the things that are going to be, looked at for a WWE superstar in the coming years. Anyway, it's 11:02. Thank you, everyone, for listening to us today. I'll be back on Sunday for another edition of Middleborough in Review. Again, going in solo for that one. Dawn will be away, so stay tuned for that. And then Middleborough Matters on Monday, and then I'll be back with another edition of Hometown Talk, the Friday edition of Hometown Talk next Friday. Bye-bye, everybody. All right. That should do it.
We are AM 1530, WVBF, Middleborough, Taunton, and W259,
The sound.
99.7 FM, your hometown radio station.
I've got to change seats next time, man. That seat sucks.
Some of the seats are good, some of the seats are bad. There's really no
good
in between.
at all. Yeah.
Okay. Let me just make sure everything is good here. All right. Bye-bye, everybody. And